I hope all of you are enjoying this film festival organized by the State Education Corporation. There are four things we have with us today. First of all, we also have the directors of the four things selected under the organization. The first thing is BADAL SIRCAR and the alternative theatre. This documentary film is directed by Sri ASHOKE Viswanathan, present director. Sri ASHOKE Viswanathan is a multiple national and international award-winning filmmaker and professor at the Strategic Writing and Television Institute, Kolkata, and IFFI postgraduate. He has won three national awards and international awards. He has worked in 40 plays and 11 feature films. This is his sixth time in Indian panorama. His documentary assesses and critiques the work of a celebrated playwright and theatre director, BADAL SIRCAR. Using his journey as the central theme, the film explores the relevance and impact of alternative theatre in the global context. The next film is ADHYAY, which is directed by Sri SUBASH SAHOO. Sri SUBASH SAHOO is a Mumbai-based freelance filmmaker. Sahoo is a national award-winning sound designer. He has worked in several noted films, including commemorating, Azadi among others. His film was conceptualized and shot during the nationwide COVID-19 lockdown. The film has two chapters, and the film deals with the connection between individuals across species in times when the whole world was split in rapture and silence. Next, we have with us two films, one which is Bittersweet and the other is Knocker. Bittersweet is selected under the feature film category under the Indian panorama, and Knocker has been selected under the non-feature film section under Indian panorama. The director of both the films is Anand Narayan Mahadevan. He is a renowned screenwriter, actor, and director of Hindi, Marathi, Malayalam, and Tamil movies and TV shows. His new Sindhita subtitle won multiple national film awards. Now, about the film Bittersweet. Sabrina is a woman, is a sugarcane cutter, and she arrives along with several sugarcane cutters to work in the sugarcane field in Greece. She is determined to work hard and help her father repay his debt. When he needs to work for 3 days due to menstruation, she finds happily. This film about women sugarcane cutters and their life struggles. The next film is about Knocker. The next film is titled Knocker. It is a non-feature film, also directed by Anand Narayan Mahadevan. The film is about the film's protagonist is living all by himself and making a career out of screenwriting. He doesn't realize when he goes from being alone to being lonely. The 15 years of living in a cell now manifest themselves in the form of a knocker on the front door during the lockdown to appear all too real to him. So I request our directors to talk to us about their film. First of all, I request Mr. Mike Sir to tell us about this film and its journey while making this film.
Good morning, everyone. Media for the associated guest and technician for the relationship and inside. My parents team about me, I made the same service. I've already done family and physical and financial. I live in Mumbai, and because it is our the state our one month state our on this side and to the state our finally our. So this is the basis of this I decided to make this film. This is still a very mistake. First I directed a film called Movie Design about the technician for the money. And last year also I directed a short film called Not Present. And this is my film. This is my first time creation. He was that during lockdown, when our whole world was almost like standstill and really too much of negativity. And you can see sort of how the outer world on your subconscious mind or an unconscious mind is inside you, and you don't really realize that how much impact the outside world आपके अंदर वो आ जाता है ये नहीं इस टाइम में देख रहा हूँ my God मैंने जो ये दिन हुआ living and he just spoke man the current Maharashtra and other things. So we realized we are today the day that the contribution of us or we start reading the case in the house and this work की अंदर सब कुछ हो तरीके से and ऐसी मैनिपुलेशन रेडियो में टीवी में कोई चीज़ें जा रहा है कभी कुछ पढ़ने कोई मैनिपुलेशन और so this is on the time I said realize मेरे इंटरनेट को आके started looking at एक खास पेटी देखा I see the people but then ये सब कुछ भेजा उन्होंने क्या हो रहा है उन्होंने क्या हो रहा है सब कुछ बंद करके करें और वो अच्छा करके दे मैंने क्या किया I started shooting in the उन्होंने उसके बाद फिर कैमरा था I started following उसके बाद मैं सभी देखते 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 घोषणा बनने के बाद वो and my suddenly my son get attracted to me and suddenly मैंने देखा बच्चों के साथ था ये से अच्छा से लाइक the smile on his face and उसके बाद देखा कि अल्लाह दिया fine and that was okay then I saw in the music teaching things so basically ऐसे करके the whole process I followed almost like you can say 4 to 5 months in the job and end में वो जो 5 बच्चे हैं एक हो गया भाई जिसकी जो मेरे सेल्फ देता है फाइनल वन बचा एंड मैंने भी सोचे मेरा बेटा सडनली बिकम सो फ्रेंडली टू यू कैन बिलीव द फोर्स टू कम टू क्लोज टू द बॉय एंड वो क्या करता था जब हम खाना देते थे उसको वो जाके चूल्हा से आधा नहीं तो वहाँ जाके देता था तो टू आवर द कोशिश आई कवर बेसिकली तीन अच्छा उसी के नाम है अभी तो अंतिम इंडियन फिलोसफी हमारा ये बोलते हैं कि एक लाइफ साइकिल सबसे जो बताएं जब तक तीन साफ्टों को ऊपर की जो कर्म की एवरी मूवमेंट इज कम until comes to a new hope जो कि स्थिति होता है and then स्थिति इसमें एक चक्र हमें चलता है दुख हो सुख हो सुबह हो शाम हो रात हो ये जो है तो बेसिकली लाइफ साइकिल सबसे जो है उसी के ऊपर है जैसे कि मैंने कराने के लिया आगे करूँगा एंड रिसेंटली मैंने देखा है ये जनरेशन जो हो रहा है जब तक और तो बच्चा हुआ साल तो आराम तो बेसिकली इसी के जरिए में आपको रात से जब सुबह होने वाला है होप है एंड इसी के वजह हम लोग को ये पूरा देश में रहते हैं असल दैट के रे ऑफ होप to give the positivity of relationship and he was told that actually जो भी चीजें हैं कि वापस है आज में कल जाएगा आज कल के न्यूज़ स्पेसिफिकल कलाउटी कोरोना का आज देखिए हम लोग तो पूरा हफ्ते में बैठे हैं वी आर जस्ट इंडियन लाइफ की जो स्टार्ट आज मुझे लगा सुनने तो कल का हमको रेवेन्यू है लेकिन कुछ नहीं तो करना है करके तो मन होता है कि क्या एक मास लगा देते हैं तो लाइफ इज गो ऑन लाइक दिस so this is the thing about identity factor. Thank you.
I would like to tell us about this what inspired you.
We are certainly going through very difficult times. One is aware of that. But even if COVID were not upon us, the world would have still changed as it has, irreversibly. Somehow today is not like yesterday in every way. And I say this notwithstanding the fact that we have tried to combat the disease, and as Sahu so rightly pointed out, there's a lot of positivity all around. But keeping that in mind, if you remember a famous poem that the American poet Robert Frost wrote called Fire and Ice, he said, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it were to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and will suffice. In other words, we are in a very difficult situation apart from the medical problems that we're facing, politically, economically. The world has suddenly become a very violent place, a very combative place. And for people like, say, Mr. Mahadevan, who are trying to do significant work, Mr. Sahu, they're often met with silence. You know, the true talent is not recognized. We are too busy in our little cocoon. That's what my film is about. You know, BADAL SIRCAR, the redoubtable playwright, theater activist, dialogue writer, film actor, and philosopher, was somewhat unsigned. Of course, he won several awards and all that, but what are awards? They're momentary. They don't really have the impact that they used to today. You know, an award won by Satyajit Ray when he won the Best Human Document in Cannes, or the National Award for his Patel Patel, had more meaning than today. Somehow, things have got fuzzy, you know, blurred amidst all the politicking and the combative. BADAL SIRCAR emerges as someone who works outside the mainstream. He didn't believe in the proscenium theatre. Marathi theatre, as you know, is, you know, advancing in leaps and bounds, as is Marathi cinema. There was a time when Bengali cinema ruled the roots with race and Bhagat and Tapan Sinha, but now it's Marathi cinema. And people, practitioners of Marathi cinema, know that BADAL SIRCAR was not just a Bengali playwright or activist. His major work was at the SII Pune, where he taught, and he was very well known to people like Amol Palekar, and I had the honor of staging his Evam Imbuji in front of him in Pune, you know, with Amol Palekar presiding. So my film is about the theoretical implications of a drama outside the procedure, like just here, in the midst of us. A drama in which the actors will not just talk down to the audience. They'll interact with the audience. And the audience will interact about them. And they will touch them even, feel them. It's not just oral and olfactory and verbal, but also touching, the tactile sense. Something hitherto unknown in world theatre. Just try to highlight this. But I've not only praised him, I've critiqued him. There are many who don't agree with this kind of theatre. We've given him that space. So this is a dialectical, polemical, quasi-documentary. There's a lot of fiction in this. There's documentary and fiction trying to recreate the life of this gentleman whom I had occasion to work with. And to those who followed him, like Prabir Guha, Zulfikar Jinnah, Kollon Bhattacharya, and those who opposed him, like the great Rudra Prasad Sen Gupta, you know, and others who didn't believe. It's about believers and non-believers. It's about theatre and drama. It's about poetry, you know. I began with a poem, and I'll end with one too, which is in the spirit of what BADAL SIRCAR, you know, imagine that every moment is fleeting, evanescent. आशुक हूँ मैं यहाँ पहले भी, फिर भी ये जगह लगती है अनजानी सी, कुछ ही लम्हे टूट कर गिरे हैं और समय ने गिरगिट की तरह रंग बदल लिया है. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I must thank Mr. Sahu for acknowledging Dr. Ratnabhai and the state award that we won. Thank you very much. And Ashokji, you made me very nostalgic. I've been to BADAL SIRCAR Gates, Bhakti Tihar, and Pagla Ghoda. And Pagla Ghoda, I had the privilege of playing Shashi and Himanshi at separate times. Of course, like you said, not many people recognized
audience of the city better on an average when we perform, but it was so rewarding. So thank you very much for evoking memories of a great playwright and some very interesting players. Thank you. Before I begin, I would like to introduce my producers. They are the people who, I'm sitting here, I should acknowledge their contribution. Subhash Shetty, please can you get up and acknowledge the crowd? And the person who said yes to this film without backing an eye, Suchanda Chatterjee. Please give her a loud round of applause. They are the people who deserve to be here. I should be sitting here, they should be sitting here. And the producer of my short film, The Knocker Mustache, Gitwani, is a darling of theatre and the media. So, thanks is due to all three of you. And so I have my wonderful director of photography, Mr. Alphonse Roy, the Emmy Award winner for technology. Thank you very much for being here. Yes, let me talk about business. I read a headline in one of the main leading Indian newspapers which said, "Lead a village of women without a room." I got intrigued. I read further. I probed further. I went into the lives of several women sugarcane cutters who were subject to a very horrifying practice in the fields of Maharashtra, in the race to make India the number one sugar exporter in the world to beat Brazil. The story of survival of these women cutters is something that absolutely shakes you up. The cutting period being just 6 months, and they need to survive on a paltry salary of a lakh of rupees and sustain themselves for the rest of the year. So women sugarcane cutters can't afford to live a single day. And unfortunately, as we all know, it's a biological cycle, and they go through the biggest menstrual cycle, and they lose about 3 or 4 days of work. And a strange practice started about 10 years back in the village of Leeds, where gynecologists, apparently who were quacks or who were not very qualified or who wanted to make some money, who had migrated from the East and Bihar, they landed up there and started advising the women to undergo a surgery called hysterectomy, which is actually the removal of the uterus of the woman. And they were sort of convinced that it would rid them of all the problems, it would rid them of the 4 days, it would rid them of the 4 days pain, and also get them the salaries and the penalties that they would lose otherwise. It would also rid them of the possibilities of cancer growth, which are common in the uterus. And the women somewhere decided to fall in line. The sugarcane barons were not to blame because none of them had forced anyone to undergo this procedure. And today we have young girls, you've seen the film, you saw this girl just being recruited into the sugarcane field, undergoing hysterectomy because she thought that the pleasant was more important than the future, because if the pleasant wasn't preserved, then there would be no future. So this is a story of survival. This is a story of changing the biological cycle, which is the most dangerous thing that we are doing. And this is a story of a procedure and a ritual that no one dares to stop because of the very powerful sugar lobby. There are a lot of NGOs. In fact, the CNN did an interview with our producers and me on this film, a half-an-hour show, and he actually called up a lot of NGOs and lawmakers from Bid and Maharashtra who expressed absolute helplessness. Even though they wanted to do something about this, they couldn't do anything. So, Business Peace is the story of India's blood sugar. It's how bitter the sugar that can be everywhere. I would want my producers, Shivaji and Susandaji, to add anything that they would want to this, and maybe I would request you to direct a few questions at them as to how a subject like this would actually fascinate a first-time producer to back me with this kind of finance and be convinced that we are getting into more determined cinema. Would you like to add anything on this? Well, they are the right types, but I think one of you should be able to maybe ask a question and we should be able to answer that. We don't talk to directors. We only talk to the person. Is there a question that you could address? Yes, we'll answer that.
Talking to you like when something like this actually is happening. It's not something that you feel suddenly this is what is happening. We're all kind of keeping quiet about it. That enraged us. And of course, we feel so much passion about this that we wanted to be part of it. I think we can see
The radio, the mic. Yeah. Thank you, Shivaji. Sujendra, would you like to add to that? Yes, we are fine. Thank you so much for this. Any questions before? Yes.
And I feel like everyone knows about it. What is the health system doing there? What is your development there? Are they not able to?
See, there's a lot of NGOs and a lot of well-meaning societies who want to do something for the at-risk community. But like I said, in the film we have a government officer, a secretary, trying to probe this entire thing, and he comes up against a wall because none of the women come forward and say that they were forced into this. They were doing it willingly. So that is the most frightening truth. And that is what is making it totally different and totally difficult for the law or, social workers to actually take this up.
Just want to introduce my associate here, Anusha. She is show your phone. She is an actor by profession, acting Bangla cinema and